I'm sure that most of you, at least once a month, send a message to your friends that sounds something like this. I've been doing nothing for a whole week, just scrolling through TikTok. That's it. Enough. Starting next week, I'm turning my life around. I'll work out, develop myself, and build a business. Or this one. Bro, I came up with such a great idea. I'm going to start YouTube, make $10,000 a month, and help my parents. I'm tired of being broke. We've gotten used to the fact that as soon as we feel motivated, we want to tell and prove to the whole world that our lives will never be the same again. But now, let's figure out how to move in silence and come back as a new person. How to keep motivation for a long time, and why you will never achieve anything if you talk too much. Our lives look like this. When we're down, we don't feel like doing anything, and we rarely share our news with others. But when we're at our peak, we become hyperactive and want to tell everyone how great things are going. Now, let's think about what happens the moment you start telling everyone about your plans. Your dopamine levels rise because it's the very hormone responsible for the anticipation of something exciting. Well, this approach will kill any of your beginnings. Stop overthinking. It's harmful. Accept it. At some point, everything stops, and you develop a tolerance for these feelings. For your brain, there is absolutely no difference between actually achieving something and feeling secure about the future, or just sitting in your kitchen for 2 hours at night, giving yourself an imaginary interview about how awesome and successful you are. Now, you understand why your sudden burst of motivation quickly turns into apathy and the urge to scroll through your feed. The same thing happens when you start telling everyone that you've come up with a new, amazing business idea. But this time, you'll also face envy, judgment, and misunderstanding from others. And if you have 20 ideas like that in a week, you'll start hearing things like, yeah, I've heard this 100 times before. You'll give up by tomorrow anyway. And that's when the cycle breaks. Twice. 1. Loss of motivation. 2. Self-doubt mixed with unhealthy criticism. Let's fix this. Your first problem. You think too much. You've probably developed a habit of mentally running through your entire life's scenario. It only takes a few factors for you to decide whether an idea is worth pursuing or not. But running through all possible outcomes is usually pointless because 99% of them will never happen. So, once you've put 2 and 2 together and realized an idea is profitable and you'd like to do it, just start. Do you get the point? When you try, you have 2 possible outcomes: success or experience. When you just dream and think, there's only one: depression and exhaustion. Many people, including myself, struggle to start, just sitting down and taking that first step. I completely understand you. Perfectionism kills the desire to do anything. When I first started YouTube, and this is far from my first channel, I knew nothing. But because I had consumed so much content, it felt like my skills and those of successful creators were in completely different universes. And that makes you want to give up. You're used to seeing one thing, but producing something completely different. How can you not feel discouraged? And now, with TikTok and short-form content, where everyone seems 100 times more successful than you and living your dream life, it's even harder. You have no choice. Cut out all entertainment. Limit it to an hour a day at most. The rest of the time, just work in silence. don't show or tell anyone. Without those emotional outbursts, you'll last longer. Just trust me. To me, it's way better to come back and say what you've already achieved than to talk about your plans. And you need to clearly understand, even if things aren't going as planned right now, you'll get better over time. You'll pick up new things along the way. You'll gain knowledge, improve your skills, upgrade your equipment, and so on. Think about yourself a year ago. You've definitely improved. Remember, time can be your best friend or your worst enemy. The sooner you start, the more grateful you'll be to yourself in the future. Also, allow yourself to waste time on your new activity. I know many people face this problem. They start something, work on it for a week, then begin doubting if it's worth it. I call this the valley of death, the place where 99% of beginners drop out. But those who push through, the 1% you see on your screens living an amazing life, they gave themselves the time and opportunity to do what they love for as long as it takes. Set aside one full month where you commit to a single task every single day. No excuses. Track your progress at the start, during the journey, and at the end. You'll see real improvement. Yes, it may seem small. You probably expected more. But wait a second. How long have you been dreaming of changing your life? A few years? More? Now realize how insignificant 1 month is in the grand scheme of your life. Keep working. But this time, knowing that progress is never linear. What do I mean? Let's say I spend a month making YouTube shorts daily, trying to get popular, learning editing, creating cool transitions, sound design, and engaging scripts. By the end of the month, I only have 100 subscribers. Many people think, if I gain 100 subscribers per month, that's only 1,200 in a year. Total garbage. But just one video next month could bring me 100,000 subscribers overnight. And it works the same way in any field. You might land a big client out of nowhere. Someone might buy your product in bulk. Your work might suddenly blow up. Your work has a compounding effect. The more you do, the closer you get to living your dream life. So pick a skill today. Starting tomorrow, work on it daily. Tell no one about what you're doing, not even your closest people. Hold on. Don't waste your energy on others. Save it for yourself. Work, despite success or failure, in silence, and at the end of the month, come back here and write about your results. Just watch how they'll be absolutely shocked.